So I would like to speak today about the improvement of yield and performance of organic PV by using inline quality control systems and process monitoring. And I would like to give a short introduction, speak about process control we use today, and more inline quality control which are coming into the processes. And then I give a summary. Coatema coating machinery is focused on coating, printing, and laminating equipment. The company vision is from lab to fab. We're building equipment from small scale, sheet to sheet, up to big production lines, focusing on high-tech markets like print electronics, but also batteries and fuel cells, solar, of course, and other markets. We have our own R&D center in Dormagen with 14 pilot lines. We have an R&D department. We're doing public funded projects, specifically European ones. And since 2018, we're part of the ATH holding in Hamburg. And to this holding, there belong the companies Kolbusch, Dreitec, and ZAE Antriebssysteme. So all in all, 450 people, and all focusing of coating, printing, and laminating technologies. You see here the markets again. So in most markets, like OPV, for example, where we started in 2003, we look onto very low TRL level. We're trying to scale people up to TRL 6, 7, and then, of course, into production TRL of 9, which we have done over the last 17 years in organic photovoltaics, but also in perovskite at the moment, and before in dye-sensitized solar cells. So we have quite a long history in flexible solar cells. The idea is always upscaling. Upscaling means you start with basic principles on sheet-to-sheet systems. You do a proof of concept if the device is bringing the performance you're looking for. And then you take this technology and translate it into pilot. Pilot means roll-to-roll, pre-production style, higher speed. And here you're looking into coating and printing processes, specifically homogeneity of the coatings, efficiency of the overall process. Then you take this and you do a process optimization. You're coming into fab processes like drying, yield, quality control. And that's the normal way we do. And we do this, of course, together with Kolbusch and Dreitec in the different approaches. But we are focused on the lab and pilot systems, and together we do the production lines. You see here some of the European funded projects and other projects we're doing at the moment. Of course, also some involved in OPV systems, like OLED solar, for example, but also gel PV. I'm not going to detail here. And from this, I would like to come into process control. And what are we doing in OPV? What are we doing in print electronics? We mostly do a surface treatment of the PET films. Then we do printing or coating processes. At Coatema, we move more and more in digital fabrication. So we're using inkjet printing, we're using laser patterning. We work in nano print processes where you can modify the surface, also for OPV to increase the efficiency. We do a lamination of different systems, specifically encapsulation processes for OPV with barrier films. And then we have pick and place processes when we make out of these solar cells modules. What's the important part? Of course, coating chemistry, coating processes, and which today is tension control, of course, material guiding systems, registration, inline parameter control, and the overall quality control. And this combined with all the other factors like drying, environment control, brings the overall performance of the product. What are process parameters we are looking for in the upscaling process? It's operation speed, it's the urology of the coating and printing inks, the substrate condition, tension control in material direction and cross direction, edge control to have a precise resolution and registration accuracy of the printing, the precision of coating operations, if we go into slot die coating for OPV, for example, and then, of course, the curing, drying, and cross-linking processes. So all these process parameters have to be controlled. I'm not going to detail how we do it today, but the different